So, you know, since we're going to drink a pirate cocktail, we of course should have the pirate hat one more time. So, last 2 weeks I've been playing pirates on stream, so been in my pirate hat, and that's been a good time. So this will be the last pirate hat appearance for a while, because I wrapped up playing pirates for this little span. We'll play something else next week. So yeah, so we'll don it from, we'll raise the hat, Jolly Roger, once more, as we make our cocktails. Hey, I'm Matt, streaming to you as always from Brooklyn. So I guess maybe what we should talk about with grog is like a little bit of what grog is before we make it. And so grog it comes from the British Navy in the Caribbean in like the 1600s. Britain was bouncing around, and I believe they had control at the time. They were trying to colonize, I think, Jamaica. And so they were going in and out of Jamaica, and rum, it became a center for the rum trade, and rum was cheap, and everyone kind of liked rum. And they were having some issues because water, there could be some concerns about water sanitation at sea, and you know, you'd have to store water, and they didn't want things to go bad. And so what they did was they would give frequently the sailors gifts of rum, and they wanted the sailors to drink the rum, but the sailors would sometimes save it and then get hammered. Like they drink it all at once instead of like rationing it out and apportioning it. And this was kind of an issue, and they wanted some ideas for how to keep everyone from getting blasted at sea all at one time. So they started cutting it with water. And so the basis of grog starts out with rum and water. So we have here, I'll show it over here, we have some dark rum. There we go. Dark rum. New bottle, just got it today. And so to start things off here, we'll pour in a little rum. Normally you'd use some ice, but unfortunately I do not have ice today. That's a different story. Now, add in a little, add in some water. Now, of course, if you think about it, rum just watered down is kind of like not the most fun thing. You're like, oh, what are we doing here, you know? And so if you're a seafaring fellow and you're just like, hey, I need some easy things to put in this to make this taste a little better and not just taste like watered down rum, which it is. It's exactly what it is. First off, the obvious go-to thing when you're bouncing around, I guess, the Caribbean and the Americas, is let's add in some sugar. Let's get this stuff over here on the grog cam. Oh, grog cam. So, I don't usually throw a bunch of sugar in things, but this is the way this cocktail works, so we're just going to roll with it. So there's a bunch of sugar. Now, obviously, you kind of want to throw in a little extra, little something else. So we have some lime over here. So, there we go. We got our limes. So in this case, I'm going to squeeze it out and then probably just drop it in. There you go. So there we go. So then, of course, we're going to mix, and typically you would have a little ice in here. Mix this guy up. Now, we have one of the simplest, easiest cocktails that anyone can ever make that has a historical significance because it's sort of what the British Navy paid their in part with for years. It became wildly popular amongst sailors throughout the Caribbean. And then during that period of time, some of those sailors, of course, became pirates, you know? That's how it worked. And so they brought the tradition with them onto pirate vessels. Here, we'll hold this in my left hand so it's a little more visible. And You know, they sailed around the Caribbean trying to take over other ships, getting blasted. Apparently, a component of payment, like grog being a component of payment, apparently they used to actually still give people some grog. I thought I read up until, believe it or not, the 1960s is like tradition. They would still give like sailors a little bit. Yeah, little rum jolt. So, yeah, so it's cool stuff. It's actually delicious. I mean, if you think about it, the water waters down the alcohol a little bit. You toss in a little sugar, you get a little tart. It's you know, it's absolutely delicious. So.